What to play when you don't know what to play? Is it time to start panic or time to watch entire video till end? Maybe just grab your bass and let's get started. I have prepared for you 5 points that help create your own bass line. There is like a workbook for you, but today we will mainly work on like music examples. So I have prepared for you, here you have, take a look, yeah? So this is like some simple chord progression. And for example, you are, I don't know, in the jam session or in like some gig or in the church, and there's like a moment then someone is starting to improvise. And here, for example, is a MP3 without bass. I have the same example with bass, yeah? So bass is giving us the foundation of the chords. So during like a gig or the session, we are in the situation that we don't know what to play. What to do then? Okay guys, so this is like a really huge topic that we can discuss for like a few hours, and I could show you a thousand of exercises to do, but the starting point is when you have a situation like that, try in home to find a root notes. So if we have an example with bass, let's try to find just a root note by your own. And when you have it, we can do like a pause and then just write down. I would suggest you, yeah, if we are playing it, so E minor, C major, yeah, F, C to G, A to D, F, G, F, E, G sharp, A, yeah? So, like in normal situation, I would just pause the music and write it down, yeah? Each time. Okay, so this is the situation when we have a time to write down. But what if we have a situation that we have to just find it or by our ears, or someone will tell us what to play? If we want to do it by our ears, we have to spend a lot of time preparing ourselves. There's like a few ways to do it, and there's like a few things in music theory that can help us. For example, like Nashville chord system, number system, that gives us understanding how music works. But today, for example, if we are in situation that someone gives us root notes, like what is the chords, we are in a situation that we can create our own bass line, yeah? So, for example, someone told us, okay, play C, yeah, C, A, C, and F, and E. So, what is the step number 2 after finding the root notes? Yeah? Giving a rhythm and articulation, because the whole music is based on it, yeah? How I'm playing, which technique is giving a different, like different feel. I have to play right notes, yeah? I don't know the song, so I'm improvising, but take a look. If I'm using a finger style, how it sounds differently. So one more time, I will try to settle like in the good rhythm aspect and articulation. I won't add anything else. Can you hear how it sounds differently and feel differently if I'm playing like A notes? If I'm using a different technique, it's giving different feeling. Yeah? So take a look how we can create a whole vibe of the song with just changing rhythm or changing articulation or style of playing, yeah? And I sometimes used something differently, and now we can discuss it. I wrote it in this short workbook I will show you. Take a look, guys, here. This 5 points is find the root notes, yeah, rhythm articulation, movement through the scale, patterns around the chords, and use the pentatonic scale. So I was using a little bit of movement from through the scale because we are in the key of C. So for example, if we are starting from note A flat, I can go to note C through B. G to F is like a leading notes, and I can use descending line to E. Ding ding do da da ding, do do da da, do 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 do. And then we have a kind of chorus, bum 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 bum, or ba da 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 da, dum 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 dum. I'm trying to just using a scale, but it's quite obvious and quite normal to add like a chord structure, like skip some notes. But this is kind of, you know, typical for moving around the scale. Yeah, so for example, we will use number 3 and number 4, movement through the scale and patterns around the chord. What I'm saying, patterns around the chords, so if we are playing like around minor chord, for example, this is a really good pattern to use over minor and major, 1 5 1, yeah, or around minor 5 7 1, or major with second. This movement with second is really good on major and minor chords. This is really good, yeah. So I will use these two ways, and let's find out what we will have and what we'll play. 2 3. If it's too much, it doesn't sound good, yeah? So we have to be smart and use it wisely. Because especially in this kind of playing, we can't overplay. It's really easy to overplay, but we shouldn't. And 1-5-1, yeah. Oh, like this. But it doesn't sound good, yeah. Here, so sometimes the simple line are the best. I will use more like thinking of the riffs. Like the same pattern on each chord. Just say add one more. And when I was on the fifth, like it's dominant of the chords, it was the G, yeah. I wasn't playing F, G, but I was playing A, E, G, yeah, because it sounds much better. So this is kind of the using of the pentatonic scale, because pentatonic can be used as a to create riffs, licks, solos, but also we can treat it in building our bass line. So this time I will try to use like pentatonic shapes on buildings bass line here in this example. Maybe not at the beginning, because we have to like feel the song vibe. Sorry. Especially in this song, I'm not feeling of using pentatonic shapes to create bass line. In this case, in my opinion, much more works movement for scales and patterns around the chord, yeah? Just pentatonics I would use, pentatonic scale I would use to create like riffs inside, like small licks. One more time, like this, and there's too much. Like this, yeah. lost a little bit here in this previous part. Yeah, so the main problem is here that I try to play too much. The vibe of the song is not allowing us to create this kind of busy bass line. We have to play much simpler. Of course, it was just a demo showing you, for example, kind of inspiration or like patterns that you can use, some ideas that you can use, because I want to use as much or create as much as possible pentatonic round pentatonic feels, but the song itself is not giving me this kind of freedom or creativity. Or other hand, if I'm playing too much all the time, it's like stucking. I'm just like feeling, oh, it's too much. It's not opening for new ideas. Sometimes if we want to create something, we have to play less, and like create in us attention to play something more. What I'm saying here, try more time, and I will play really simple bass line. You can hear how much it's better. Yeah, and it was the first time that I could use some fills. And yeah, in my opinion, this version was much better because I was listening to the music, listening to myself, and trying to fit the idea in the song. In the previous examples, I was just trying to create as much as possible ways to play a bass line just based on the points that we have here in our PDF. So guys, I have prepared for you like a graphic here that's showing that creating bass line has to use like two sides, and the sides should be equal. We have to use our knowledge, we have to develop our skills, we have to, I believe, knew a little bit from the music theory, knowing our instruments, and at the same time we have to listen to the music, learn to the music, develop our ear, our creativity, our feel, and when we are creating bassline we have to use both because it gives the best result. So guys, thank you very much, thank you for your time, and I'm hoping that this video help you create your own bassline. Thank you very much and see you in next video. Bye.